YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Double Knees back with another video. Today we're talking about 5 potential superstars that could grace the cover of 2K23. But before we jump into that, if you guys are a fan of WWE 2K22 and you're hyped and looking forward for 2K23, or you're a fan of wrestling in general, do me a favor, smash that like button. Let's get this video to 10 likes. We've been hitting that goal consistently for the past 3 videos. Let's see if we could do that as well. Let's see if we could keep the goals running. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Before we do though, one quick thing. This is as of today, 10/11/2022. It has not been announced who the cover athlete is, so these are going to be my predictions. But like I said, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into it. Now, obviously, with last year's game, 2K22, Rey Mysterio was the cover athlete. He was also the showcase athlete. Now, they have a chance of doing that again, but on the slightest chance of them switching it up this year, I mean, there's some candidates that should be on the cover, and I'm going to get rid of the obvious one right away, and I'm talking about the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the bloodline, probably the hottest story in the WWE right now. You have the Usos, you have Roman Reigns, you have Sami Zayn, who has been a fantastic addition to that group, and you have Solo Sikoa. Obviously, I think it's time for Roman Reigns to grace the cover of the game. Like I said, if they decide to go a different route, use a different athlete for the game and the showcase, that would be, obviously, I feel like that's the obvious choice. Or they could use Roman Reigns for the Ultimate Edition, right? Because you got to remember, the Ultimate Edition 2K22, they use the NWO. So maybe they'll switch it up this year, or maybe they'll put Roman Reigns as the cover athlete. The Deluxe and the Ultimate Edition might resemble who's in the showcase. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you guys think it's going to be the showcase taking over and the Ultimate Edition being the one with a different athlete? Or do you think they're going to switch it up this year and do the base game somewhat different, but the Deluxe and the Ultimate as the showcase athlete? Like I said, I would not be surprised if Roman Reigns was the cover athlete for WWE 2K23 based off of the year he's having right now. Now, second on my list, who also is having a phenomenal year, is the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. I mean, just like Roman, I mean, she's not having the run that Roman's having, but she's still having a fantastic run, winning the belt at WrestleMania, going up against Bayley. She is currently the women's champion as of this recording. Just finished watching Extreme Rules in a fantastic ladders match. I mean, there's an argument that Bianca Belair has a right to be the cover athlete of WWE 2K23 as well. She's having, like I said, she's having a phenomenal year. I don't know how many female superstars have been on the cover of the games itself. I'm not too familiar with like the history of the cover art, the cover athlete for the WWE games, so I don't know how many female superstars by themselves have graced the game of have graced the game of WWE. But Bianca Belair will be a fantastic cover athlete if they decide to go female route. I think Bianca is more than deserving of being the cover athlete of WWE 2K23. Now, my third pick, I think, would have been a shoo-in had he not gotten injured, but I still think they could use him just because of how monumental it was when he showed up, and that is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, a former AEW superstar, was in the WWE for quite some time, went to AEW, made a name for himself, came back on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania, beat Seth Rollins 3 straight matches, wrestled Hell in a Cell with a torn pec. I mean, we all remember what he looked like. That was just utterly, it was gross. It was hard to watch. Put on a 5-star match with Seth Rollins. I mean, Cody Rhodes, I would have said that if he didn't get injured, he 100% was going to get cover athlete just because of the monumental return he had at WrestleMania. Not taking away anything from Roman Reigns and from Bianca Belair, but everyone was riding high on Cody Rhodes. I mean, we were already talking, oh, Cody's the guy that's going to beat Roman Reigns. Cody's the one that's going to do this. Cody's the one that's going to do that. The hype is there, and the hype is still going to be there. If he returns at the Rumble, that place is going to go crazy. You know, I'm going to be there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be at the Royal Rumble in Texas in January. So I'm looking forward to seeing Cody Rhodes show up if he does, if he's cleared. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's kind of like a shoo-in, I feel like. They're just trying to like do a ruse and make sure people think that he won't show up. But he is another strong candidate to grace the covers of WWE 2K23. Now, for number 4 on my list, I'm going to go Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, also another phenomenal athlete, another person who had a historic run. Now, yes, I know she's been on the cover of 2K20 with Roman Reigns, but let's be realistic here. Do we really want to associate Becky Lynch with 2K20 as being a cover athlete there with how bad that game is? I know I don't. So I'd rather associate Becky Lynch with a newer game, which is probably going to be a lot better than 2K20, which realistically isn't a hard feat to do. You know what I'm saying? Becky Lynch disappeared from WWE because she was pregnant, came back at SummerSlam, beat Bianca Belair in 28 seconds, and then held the Raw Women's title till WrestleMania, where she lost it to Bianca Belair, who I also think is a strong candidate to be the cover athlete of 2K23. But like I said, Becky Lynch, you can't deny the role she's played. You can't deny the impact she's had in the WWE. And I think going forward, 2K should only focus on one athlete instead of multiple. And I think Becky Lynch deserves her shot on being the cover athlete for 2K23 after putting her on 2K20. You gotta believe they want some type of redemption or some type of compensation from being the cover athlete from that horrendous game. Now, before we get into my last one, I'm going to do an honorable mention for this one, just because as of this recording right now, like I said at the beginning, as of this recording, no one has been announced for the cover athlete, but there is a rumor that it might be Edge. And if that's the case, I could also see Edge being a cover athlete for this game. You know, gone for 9 years, came back after a neck injury, serious neck injury, and has had a fantastic run, fantastic matches. His rivalry currently with Judgment Day, his rivalry with Seth Rollins, his matches with Roman Reigns, his matches with Randy Orton. There's no denying that Edge is a bona fide Hall of Famer. He also has a strong case to be a showcase superstar for 2K23. So if they do use Edge and he ends up being the showcase as well, I'd have no problem with that. Edge, honorable mention here for cover athlete of 2K23. But I got a feeling, this is why I saved him for number 1, that they're going to go this route. And now for my number 1 pick. Well, it's not really my number 1 pick, but I feel like this one's the obvious pick, right? And if we're going based off of last year, where Rey Mysterio was the cover athlete and the showcase athlete, I'm thinking it's The Undertaker, right? Like, I have my personal opinions about The Undertaker, but that's for another video. Like I said, I feel like The Undertaker is the obvious choice. He's retired now. He's not wrestling anymore. I don't really think he's doing a lot of WWE booking stuff as far as like promotional tour stuff. I know he has his like little radio show that he goes out and does, like his one-man show, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like The Undertaker might be the obvious choice here. He was the DLC pre-order bonus in last year's game, so I could see him being the showcase mode superstar and cover athlete in this game. But like I said, I'm not 100% sure which way 2K is gonna go, but I feel like if they do just keep that tradition going where the cover athlete and the showcase athlete are the same, I think this year is gonna be The Undertaker. Not to take anything away from Edge, but I feel like Edge is still wrestling, so I don't know if he's gotten the time to go and do the narration for his matches and stuff like that. But like I said, it could be Edge, and I'd be perfectly fine with that. But I feel like Edge is still wrestling, The Undertaker isn't. He might be the one to go with on this one. But like I said, Roman Reigns, obvious choice, I feel like. Becky Lynch, another obvious choice. Cody Rhodes, Bianca Belair, Undertaker, Edge, like all of these I would be perfectly fine with if they chose to go that route for the 2K cover athlete. Yes, Becky Lynch and Roman have been on the cover already, actually shared the cover, but let's be real here. Do they really want to be associated with 2K20, especially when their characters have blown up since then? I don't think so. But guys, that's the video. I'm trying to keep these videos short and sweet because this is my opinion on who I think is going to grace the cover of 2K23, but I want to hear from you guys. Who do you guys think is going to be the cover athlete for WWE 2K23? Also, we talked about who I feel like who are the 5 superstars that might be chosen for the showcase mode. That video will pop up over here. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Let's get this video to 10 likes. Also, if you're new to the channel, this is your first video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We talk about WWE stuff on this channel. And thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for everything so far. I'll keep pumping out these videos once a week at least. But until the next video, guys, take care of yourself. Always remember to have fun, and I will catch all of you on the next one. Peace.